I wish we were in a type of world where the children come first, you know, they come first.
The workers weren't listening, so I made them listen. I was seeing it firsthand. Kids weren't being clothed or fed or even treated properly. They were being locked in their houses, the food locked away, and that's what made me very angry about the system. Being a peer, they would talk to me and tell me things and their frustrations about what was going on with them, and in certain situations I found myself standing up for them.
YAAK came from, I guess, the principle of who better to ask about the system and how it can be better than you know, youth who have experienced it firsthand.
The only rule that I think myself and the other social workers had going into YAAK was that this can't be tokenism. This can't be standing up shiny happy kids from care saying, look how great VACFSS is. And in so many ways, it needed to be the opposite of that. It needed to hold space for their voices, to promote change that needed to happen within the system.
The best part about YAAK is it having be a platform for youth to share their experiences and what's working and what's not.
And to basically develop a better understanding of how we can improve.
I can come to you guys and just like feel more relaxed. I'm like, oh, it's YAAK, you know, it's one of the best parts of the month.
My passion and my path has kind of been set because of YAAK.
I really want to make people's lives better, and I don't want the younger people to go through things that I have experienced.
There's a stigma for Indigenous children that their voices don't matter, that their lives aren't important. And that needs to be shifted and changed in order for reconciliation to take place.
When I first joined YAAK, it was a totally new experience for me, being in a room full of Native young people who are also foster youth.
It was an eye-opening experience to learn that there's a lot of power in being a young Indigenous person, and it's not something that you should be ashamed of.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, the story of YAAK. And its beginnings, humble, I think. As all stories start, it starts humbly.
In the beginning, we weren't sure what we were doing yet.
I think for a while, it was a bit scary. They wondered, will people really hear us?
I just remember like reading my speech. There was like 100 lawyers in there, and I guess one part in the speech like struck a chord and they all just like got up and clapped. It's like, wow, like my voice truly does matter, and like all these adults are like really seeing that too, and they're like making me feel like it was safe to say that.
I really enjoy getting up there and being able to like tell professionals or whoever had invited us at the time to like what's important to me.
So the Youth Advisory Committee at VACFSS is a group of 12 Indigenous young people, either currently or formerly of our care, who meet monthly to talk about issues in the care system and to advocate for change.
Youth feel most heard when?
part of being in care is you're supposed to get an allowance every month, but depending on your situation and your family in foster care, a lot of families that I was in, if you would withhold the allowance. One of the initiatives that YAAK made was to put in policy that the allowance has to go to the child.
We're heard and we see the changes.
I joined YAAK because I was placed in a home where they were abusive, and it felt like I was powerless in that situation where my social worker wasn't listening to me. I decided that it was time for me to start advocating for myself.
We are kind of regaining our power as a people and overcoming all of the systemic, violence and trauma and everything that we faced.
In my mind, that's reconciliation. The adults that surround YAAK have created a space for your voices to come forward as youth, for young people to speak about the impact of colonization, the impact of residential schools, and how we're navigating a journey of healing in and from care to be the next Indigenous leaders of tomorrow.
Spiritually, all these children got gifts. I know the ancestors are near, and that when they speak all those good things, I know that they're there, and you can feel them.
We're young Aboriginal leaders using our voices to make things better.